Hello and welcome to 5 Minute Math. Today we are looking at TEKS tool strip diagram, specifically equal groups. We're using it to solve a problem related to TEKS 3.4D, and we'll do it in 5 minutes or less. If you haven't done so already, please go ahead and take a moment to pause the video, work this problem out on your own, unpause it, and we will look at our answers together. So in this problem, we have a row of the auditorium. Each row is the same number has chairs, and how many chairs are in 9 rows of the auditorium? So this is an equal groups problem, and there are several things that give that away. So over here, we'll see that each time we come across a problem we think is equal groups, it needs to have this right here, something telling me that the groups are equal, either the word each or something saying each group is the same. Then it's going to have two of these, and we're going to solve for the third, either the total, the number of groups, or the number in each group. So let's go back and tag this problem. So one row of the auditorium is shown, and so we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right, so I've got 7 in this group. And so what this is right here is this tells me the number in each group. And I know they're equal groups simply because of the next sentence. Each row has the same number of chairs. So whenever we come across an equal groups problem, we need to have a statement that says each group is the same. Sometimes it's just the word each. Sometimes it's an entire sentence like this. But this is going to do it for us. So each row has the same number of chairs. And so we will say this is our equal groups. All right, and so we've got our equal groups. We've got our number in each group. I'm needing either the total or I'm needing the number of groups. All right, so how many chairs are in 9 rows? Okay, so 9 rows, they kind of give us the number of groups within the question itself. So this is the number of groups. And so we're looking for how many chairs are in 9 rows. So we don't know this. This is our unknown. So when we're dealing with equal groups, if your total is unknown, that means we're going to multiply. If either your number of groups or your number in each group are unknown, either of these means we're going to divide. So let's draw a strip diagram to represent this. We can also draw an array. That works as well. We can draw an area model. There's a lot of different ways to solve this, but we're focusing specifically on the strip diagram. And so we see that we've got 7 in each group. There are 9 groups. So each of these rows are going to serve as a group. So what I want to do is I want to draw a long rectangle here. And this is going to serve as my strip diagram. I need 9 groups. So 9 is a tough one. I know 3 times 3 makes 9. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to break my bar into thirds as best as I can. Break each third into thirds. And 3 times 3 makes 9. And that's a decent stab at trying to get ninths. It's not exactly even, but we'll make it even by putting the number in each group in each of these. I've got 7, 7, 7. That's 3 rows, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 rows. Then I just need to have something showing the total is unknown. And I could do it like this. And this is a lot more efficient to represent than if we were to do an array. We could do an array, but think about this. You would have to draw something like this, right? And you would have to draw 7 in each row. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then 9 rows, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And so if we do that, now we have to count all of these squares. Doesn't help us. This is a basic multiplication fact. This is 9 times 7. And if we don't know that, we can break it apart into 5 times 7 plus 4 times 7. But this is a basic fact, and we know our answer is C, 63. Both B and D are just the wrong facts, and A is actually 9 plus 7, so that's the entire wrong operation.